according to the internet, you had some infamous adventures in prison with some other big names people have heard of. I don't know if you want to touch it. You told Preacher to get off a yard.
Me and Preacher had the knife fight.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we did.
What year, or like when roughly?
I got the incident report. I'll give it to you. You're gonna get an exclusive.
Okay, bet.
I'll give you the incident report.
Was that
And that's something I was saving, but I'm gonna give it to you.
Thank you.
Right.
Well, I was like kind of fresh in. I was coming from Terre Haute to there, and I was around when it happened. You know what I'm saying? He actually did approach it. You know what I'm saying? In there when you trying to run somebody in or whatever you're trying to do, that you gotta have your little knives and stuff. At the end of the day, they just had a word war. You know what I'm saying? And they locked the compound down. You know what I'm saying? And nobody got stabbed. Nobody got beat up. You know what I'm saying? It was a word war, a vicious word war that you wouldn't believe two men from the ghetto even had the intellect to say to each other, right? And but at the end of the day, one thing about Prince, he got a lot of influence on the compound with the homies. I'm from Jersey, so Jersey, New York all run together, especially in spots like that. You know what I'm saying? So, they gotta when something like that happen, they gotta put you in a box. You know what I mean? Separate and lock everybody up, move everybody around. That's basically like what happened. I don't know what the media is saying. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Both of them was men about the situation. They had the little word war of words of might. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. I don't know what they put out here in the streets.
So was that fright? Like, did you almost get hit? Like, or you were in a mental mode? Because he's a big guy, right?
Nah. He was older. He had a bad knee. The smart thing he did, he put a bulletproof vest on. He had a bulletproof vest
in jail.
Yeah, they made that. They helped him.
Or like with books in it?
He put a bulletproof vest on, and remember, it's the whole New York out there, tri-state, and then you got the Muslims out there, and I don't want to see no bloodshed where we go at the whole. We don't take no whole group for two men to get it on.
Yeah.
So I let them dudes know, man, we don't need it. Listen, y'all can stay out the way. It's gonna be me and him, and that's what it's gonna be. And we got into it, and we was trying to hit each other. I hit the vest a few times, didn't go through. He hit my shirt, but he missed my body. And now remember.
So you mean you're just like West Side? You guys are doing this?
We got homemade knives. You'll see, he's in the shot, right? And remember, whenever you're in a knife fight, the biggest part of the body to hit is what you go for.
The torso.
Right. Now, I can't hit the torso. No.
Oh, because he's got the...
So I got to go from the neck up. You feel me? And that's a hard thing to hit because it's so easy to weave from it.
All right, peace. Check it out, man. Today we talking lies or embellishments. You dig what I'm talking about? Nah, I can just see it now. Somebody in the comments talking about, how you gonna tell Prince he lying? How you gonna say this and that and the other? He was there. Well, so was Brother Jihad. And they telling two slightly different stories. You know what I'm saying? The definition of embellishment reads as such: a decorative detail or feature added to something to make it more attractive. Nah, that would seem like what Prince did, considering the story that Brother Jihad told on Blaze channel, right? A detail, specifically one that's not true, added to a statement or story to make it more interesting or entertaining. The action of adding details or features. We talking embellishment right here. Because according to Brother Jihad, who was there at Bloody Baymont or Beaumont or whatnot in Texas, says that Gerald Prince Miller indeed stepped to Prince, but that there was no altercation. He didn't speak of an altercation. He spoke of a word war, an intense word war that resulted in people being locked down or whatnot, I guess because of them clashing. But he didn't speak of a knife fight. When Prince spoke, he said, me and Preacher had a knife fight. He told a glorious story about Preacher having a bulletproof vest. I hate when jail niggas talk like this too. It's just dumb. You feel me? He had on some books or something like that. All that jail talk stupid to me. You feel me? But that's just me, man. He had on a bullet. They helped him. They gave him a bulletproof vest. So I guess they knives was guns. So they shot it out in jail. Like, that shit dumb. But anyway, he say they had on bulletproof vests. The preacher had on a bulletproof vest, so he couldn't stab the torso. He had to try to stab for his head, and that's hard because he can bob and weave, and this, and that, and other. And I stabbed him twice in the chest, but I didn't penetrate. And he stabbed me once in the shirt, but not in the body. Man, what's the definition again? And I had the knife strapped to my hand, and I couldn't even lay down. They telling me, put the knife down. And I told them, look, man, I came and strapped to my goddamn hand, man. And they didn't throw me in the dirt or nothing. They didn't fire a warning shot. They just put my hands behind my back and walked me in because I'm Prince. I might have added because I'm Prince part. You feel me? The link to the video where Prince talking that shit is in the description box. But yeah. Embellishment. A decorative detail or feature added to something to make it more attractive. That definitely made it more attractive, didn't it? Preacher got on a bulletproof vest, and then the dude got on a CB and said, look, on my 3, we're shooting. And Preacher laid his ass down and slid back to the motherfucking, like a snake, and laid at his feet. Now, I'm not saying some of that stuff didn't happen. I'm not saying all of it didn't happen. But that's not what we heard out here when we heard this story. You know what I'm saying? We didn't. And then, too, here's something that we don't know. Did you roll Preacher up? Because just as Brother Jihad said, when something like that happens, they lock down, people get locked down, and this and that and the other, blase split. But I don't think you rolled Preacher up. That's just my own mind. I don't think you rolled Preacher up. I don't think you rolled him out. I don't think you took him off the compound. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. What I think is Glaze needs to do another interview with Brother Jihad. Glaze, and I think that was pardon self, Glaze, and I think that was OG Giggity. You know what I'm saying? Birdman brother. They need to get Brother Jihad back online, and they need to play Prince's versions of events and see if he can confirm or deny the wonderful details that have been added to the pot. Because he gave Al Prophet an exclusive. And this is another thing about that exclusive from Al Prophet. We'll be looking for the shot. You feel me? So I'm going to give you the shot. So you'll see we had homemade knives this big, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a lawnmower blade and everything else. So we want to see the shot. Let's say he had a lawnmower blade and that it was strapped to his goddamn hand and they couldn't take it off. Everything else we want to know. Did Preacher leave that compound or no? And here's one more thing, man. I've never been to the feds, mind you, but in state jail. I've told this story many a times. A Muslim saved my life in there. I was about to die by the hands of Mobites. Muslim saved me. I'm not a Muslim, so don't get it twisted. But what the Muslim brother said to me, well, not said to me, was said to the Mobite leader or whatnot, the Moors leader, was the Nation of Islam is a brick wall. If one brick fall, the whole wall come down. And he under my watch. And that's the way the Muslims carried it. If one brick fall, the whole wall come down. So I don't know if Prince had enough power to just tell the Muslims stand down. He said, man, I told them niggas, we don't need all y'all to do this, not the other blood. We got the whole tri-state out there. We got all them up. Man, it's just me and him, man. Let us get it on, man. He had enough power to make the Muslims determined to stand down if they chose to stab his ass to death with Preacher? Because I heard Preacher's the motif. I don't know. Let me know what you think about the situation. I'm just saying, man. And people act like we ain't supposed to speculate. Not even speculate. Like we ain't even supposed to talk about the information that's been presented past, present, and future. Man, cut that bullshit out. Oh, man, what did you do? You talking too much, God. That's the God. And this and that and the other blase. Man, so the fuck what? A nigga ain't supposed to ask a question because he who he is? Or say he is? Man, cut it the fuck out, man. A nigga ain't supposed to go over the content or report on certain shit because it's a certain individual. I ain't got no picks and chooses. I don't give a fuck which angle it come from. You dig? We gonna get to the bottom of it. It's up for debate TV. It's two sides to every story. We try to get to that, you heard? Peace to the 5% nation of gods and earths. Until we meet again. I'll be back.